to tell you this is the best darn hyper roller coaster, hybrid roller coaster. You can see right up there in the fog, the apex of Steel Vengeance. This ain't messing around. This is one varmint of a coaster. It is going to be a Motown hoedown. If you come down from Detroit, there they go. We're going to show you coming up here in just a little bit.
Oh my God. I almost had a heart attack when I saw you on the coaster this morning.
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh man, it was so much fun. Riding it in the dark, pre-dawn in the fog is how I recommend that you take this ride. Here it comes.
Dude, how many times have you been on it today?
Absolutely phenomenal. I've lost track, 4 or 5. I think 4 in honor of Local 4.
Before we hear about the ride, explain to everyone what makes this new world record breaker of a coaster.
Okay, it is a hyper hybrid roller coaster, and to give you a sense of what that means is you see the wood. Now, there was Mean Streak that opened back in like 91, 92. It was a jarring, rough ride that went on for over 3 minutes. You had to be a real coaster nut to ride Mean Streak. What they did was they contracted a firm, and you see the steel that now sits atop of the Mean Streak skeleton. Well, they didn't just make a steel Mean Streak. No, they went to great lengths to create a whole new ride. It feels nothing like Mean Streak, and I've ridden Mean Streak many, many times over the years. This is nothing like it. This has a 200-foot tall, that's 205 feet, 200-foot drop. Goes straight down. You go 74 miles per hour. 27 times during the ride, you kind of lift out of your seat and catch a little bit of air. You have lap belts and also shoulder bars, because that's how crazy this ride is, going like this. Earlier this morning, I was joking. I said that it was like Millennium Force and Corkscrew had a kid, which is perfect because it's springtime. Now, let's get to the sound from earlier this morning. Myself and Michelle Oliver sitting in the front car. Well, actually, we were in the 8th car, and we were going up in the fog, and it was completely dark, and you couldn't see what to expect. Here's the result.
It's going to be the wildest of your life.
It's America's roller coaster. Steel Vengeance, built upon the skeleton of Mean Streak. And if you remember Mean Streak, it was a long, jarring ride. After you got off, sometimes there might be a little bit of a headache or a neck ache. Woo! So, Mean Streak. All right, so I think you have a pretty good sense of how that ride went. I was so adrenalized that I pointed at the camera at one point and I said, best ride at the park. And, you know, upon further reflection, I've been riding it all morning. I can hear myself in my ear, yeah. I've been riding it all morning, and we've been talking, Michelle and I have been talking, and it has some really, really good attributes. It is definitely one of the top rides at the park, but it's not the scariest if you're talking about Top Thrill Dragster, nor does it have that climb, that initial climb that Millennium Force does. But as roller coasters go, as you look at the other ones like Maverick and Valraven, those kind of coasters, I really like this one a lot as one of the top rides. I'm going to ask Michelle, who's running the camera right now, what did you think?
It was awesome. I had a blast.
There you have it, Michelle Oliver, coaster enthusiast. Speaking of coaster enthusiasts, they're all here with their cameras and their microphones, and they're all talking to each other, vlogging, blogging, Facebook living. There's been a lot of changes in media over the last 20 years since the first Cedar Point Media Day that I went to in 1998 for Power Tower. Let's go back to you guys.
Oh my gosh, Jason, my heart almost popped out of my chest just watching you.
I loved it.